Yeah. And did we want to talk a little bit about manifesting, like from a spiritual point of view or? Yeah.
Yes. Again, we could do this for cryptos, but then
Yeah.
many other
Um,
things.
well,
But
it's everything.
um,
Manifesting is everything,
yeah.
like in your whole world, not just money or coins or crypto. Yeah.
What tips do you think would be great?
Well, what you can do is, and this is another thing with imaging, is you can actually, and this kind of came in. I was doing a reading for someone the other day, and this is the, but I've used like bubbles. Like you can actually see like bubbles. Like, what do you want? Put them in little bubbles or balls or of light, like crystal light, and put what you want in them. So this is this thing, this is this thing, this is, and put them around you. And so I want some coins that are really going to make me a lot of money. Where are they? Where are they in my field? So, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the other day I was doing a reading for somebody and I suddenly saw these bubbles. And now I've worked with bubbles for a couple of years, at least, maybe 5, 6 years, where you see these bubbles. Well, I saw these bubbles coming in, like suddenly, like coming. And this is, I think it was over the phone. We were doing this reading and I saw three different bubbles of light. Like one was more forward, and then a second one, and a third one. And the first one was I was seeing a tropical island, like somebody's going on vacation. The second one, I think, had to do with relationship, and I can't remember what, or job, relationship, three big things. Anyway, it's like, and they're coming into her field, and I'm like, whoa, okay, these things are coming to her. And so I was telling her what I was seeing in these bubbles. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this is what you can do is you can place all these bubbles around you and look and see
Hmm.
where they are. Like I don't know, I want to make a lot of money on some coins or whatever, buying some coins. Look and see where those coins are. Like if you have an idea of which ones you want to buy, you can actually look and see where is it in my field of energy. It's like, oh, there's something right here. It's right here. You can actually look at it and pull it in, see what it says, see what it is, and see what happens as you pull it in. Anyway, so what you can do, you've got this bubble, and it's like, this is the one I have in mind. Now, if I pull it closer to me, like pull it into, like put it into your heart, what does it feel
Hmm.
like? Wait, as you pull it in, because it's going to have an energy to it. How does it feel? Does it feel good? Does it feel like something that I really want? Does it, and if I put it into my heart, what happens when I put it in there? Does it feel like, oh yeah, okay, that one's going to work or not? And you're really going by your feelings, but you're imagining these bubbles and pulling them in and seeing what they do. Say you're having a hard time with a relationship, and where is it in your field? Pull that relationship in and take a look at it. As you pull it in, how does it feel? And you put it in. Sometimes it's like, oh no, I can't pull it any closer. It's not ready. Or pull it, yes, okay, breathe into it. Okay, yes, I can bring that in and put it into your heart. And as you're putting it into your heart, it's like when we manifest, things are like further out into our field. The longer it's going to take to get to here into my close. And that's what a lot of people, psychics who do readings, where is it in your field? If it's really close by, it's going to happen soon. If it's far away, it's going to take a while. So that's how you can get into reading timelines too, where things
Oh,
are
okay.
in their field. So you can actually
Yeah.
bring them closer, bring them like here, like, oh no, this needs to be right here. Bring it in. Anyway, that's just
Okay.
one way of using like manifestation bubbles. And you can actually also, as you pull them in, you can jump into them, see yourself jumping into them and interacting with it and see how it feels. So that's kind of a dual
Okay.
thing. It's just a fun way to play with it, but you can see what's happening in the thing. And it's like, does it feel right? Does it feel wrong? Does it, yes, I do want this. And then the more you play with it and bring it closer into your field, the sooner it's going to come in and happen.
Okay. So you're saying you could speed it up a little
Yes,
bit?
yes. Yeah, because as
Okay.
you're bringing it in, you're going to see how you feel, and you can actually breathe into it and go, okay, no, I can do that. Oh, now the resistance, you can feel the level of resistance, and like you can change that level of resistance and bring it in. It works.
I remember you teaching
Yeah.
this, and I, again, sometimes forget
That's
things,
a
but I remember you teaching it, and I think it's
yeah,
wonderful.
it works. So, yeah, where are those bubbles? Anyway, so it surprised me when I was doing that reading that I was actually seeing things coming in on bubbles because I've used that as a technique. It's like, oh, okay, she's got some things coming in and they're really good.
That's great.
So, how about you?
That's great. I haven't been practicing lately because I've been so distracted, but then I was because my goal over the next year and a half is to make enough funds so that I can make some changes happen in my life. Where you get so caught up in that whole left brain, like
Mhm.
researching and watching and educating and all this and that, where I stopped and I'm like, wait a minute, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And that is like not working so hard in the external world, but then like using the manifestation techniques where I see myself sharing with the group and finding these low cap gems that, instead of working so hard on the external, it's like I should be in meditation and seeing myself finding them. And what does that look like? What do I look like sharing that with in the videos? And then the right things will happen and those coins will be unveiled. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm using that as a small example for any kind of manifestation technique, whether you want to do it with a relationship or healing work. But that's one thing is seeing the end result in deep meditation because you're imprinting it into your subconscious mind, but then also using that quiet time right before you're about to fall asleep and saying the
It
affirmations.
would be more like I'm creating this now, whatever the thing is. Because if you say I will, that means you're just I will. Well, you could will it for a long time, but it's like I this is in my this is in my realm now. It's here already. I'm just connecting to it.
But stating those
Mhm.
things as if they've already
Yes.
happened right before you're about to
Yeah.
fall asleep. I couldn't get the
Yeah.
words out.
Yeah.
I was all tongue tied,
Yeah.
but
I
like,
understand. Yeah.
and then seeing yourself in those end results as you're falling
Yes.
asleep. So they're
Yeah.
imprinted. I've also learned that when you wake up between the hours of 3 and 4, that's a really great time for prayer work, affirmation work, manifestation
Astral
work.
projection. Yeah. Uh, all those things. Yeah. That's like the magic hour. Yeah. That around time. I've heard that too. I think it's true. Yeah. What was I going to say? And the biggest thing is so when as you like go into that state where you imagine it and play with those images and feel it and it's real in the now, when you pop back out of it or let go, you have to let go of your that need to create it. It's the hardest part. Yeah.
True.
It's creating a space of neutral, being neutral about that thing. It's like, I just want it. I love it. I just want it. It feels good, but it's that simple instead of that grasping. When you grasp
Hmm.
and hold on, that's resistance. So you don't want to create the resistance, which creates an energetic drag to creating the thing. So that's an important piece. So it's like, oh, I want to, okay, you got to let that go because you create from a space of being open. That other one, there's a lot of tension involved with that. So you create the desire and you create the images and then and play with it, but then you let it go. It's the hardest part. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like Neville Goddard and a few
Mhm.
other top like manifestation people talk a lot about once you like figure out what it is that you want and you however method technique that you envision the end result, you eventually have to just do it a few times, but then the other last step is letting it go and trusting that you placed the order with the
Mhm.
universe because if you keep doing it, like you like don't you think you have to keep doing it and you're just going to get more of that. I have
Yeah.
to keep trying. I have to keep
Yeah.
trying. I have to keep chasing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think a good image to work with this is the infinity symbol. So there's the infinity symbol like this. And right in the center of the both of the infinity symbol is the 0 point field. So but what you can do is you can imagine that you're dropping a seed of what you want into that very center because the creation point is the very center. That's the 0 point. Like you can imagine, this is my something that I want. I got this bubble here. I want this. Drop it into the zero, the very center point. Drop it. It's going to land energetically in that, and then just watch the ripples flow from that. And the ripples is the creation coming to you as like, because the outside point of the infinity sign is where you are. So, but you're actually in all of those places at once, but this is like the physical reality. So as those ripples flow out, it will just come to you. It can be that simple, but that's the trust. That's
Well, and that could be the wound of maybe somebody that grew up in a lot of lack, right? When we talk about lack of abundance, like you're not used to receiving because maybe your caregivers didn't either couldn't provide or just wouldn't
or it wasn't
provide.
paying any attention.
So then, yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the big learning piece. Like, I'm worthy of being received. I let this
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. And there's this guy, Noah St. John or something, who does a formation. So it's the before. So why do I feel so you actually start asking your questions, like the questions you ask yourself around what you want is not, oh man, I feel crappy today. Instead of just go, why do I feel so good? Wow, why do I feel so good? Why? If you start asking why, the universe starts looking for the reasons why. And so that actually opens the door to why you feel good, or why things are are falling into place. And just so it's a different way of asking yourself questions, which opens the door to, oh, it's already happened and it's here right now. It's just an interesting way
Yeah.
to look at things. And instead of affirmations, do affirmations. So it's like like it's already here and now. Just a really interesting twist on how you say things, but it actually works because you start feeling different. And our psyches will start looking for those things. Wow, why that really worked out today? Why, wow, I'm in such a good place. And I'm in the flow.
So
Why am I so in the flow? Why are things just happening? They just don't, and things will actually start opening up if you do just that. Super simple and easy. It's just a way of saying things differently and looking at things differently.
well, words are
Yeah.
spells, right? In a lot of ways. And I was just cracking up because I was thinking to myself, for the cryptos, degens on
Yeah.
this channel, you'd be like, what? How would you word it? Like, wow, why does my portfolio have so many
There you
winners?
go.
Like that kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yes. There you go. That's
Why
perfect.
do I always find these coins that make it 100 times or more? Like
Yes.
that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
That's perfect. That's
Um,
perfect. Yeah. See, I would not have been able
and
to,
I guess if you want
I
to,
wouldn't have been able to come up with that because I just, yeah, my brain is not clued into that. But yes, that's good.
that's what I tell you, short term. I only have 1 or 2 years. I'm doing this and I'm out. But you want a relationship like, wow, all these guys keep calling me up. They always want me to go on all these dates.
Why am
Why?
I so popular? No, I've never thought of that before.
Change your language,
Yeah.
change your
Yeah.
life,
Right.
right?
That's all right. I think that's good.
Funny.
I think we got some good stuff to, people can use that to see what they can create in their lives.
All
Yeah,
areas
all
of your
areas.
lives. Plus low
Yes.
captums.
Hey, whatever you want to create, man. That's it's all good.
Health, wealth, love,
Yeah,
spiritual
we all want the
connections,
same thing. Ultimately, everyone wants the same thing.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody out there, thank you for sharing time with us today. And thank you in general for just following us.
Yeah.
I should mention that. Like, gratitude for everybody and grateful for my friendship with Lorina and just her getting me out there. She's the one that made me go online, and now I'm online.
Fun.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, thank
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I love sharing this stuff too, and I love sharing it with you, Kimmie. So this is awesome.
yeah. We're all very blessed. Much prosperity
Yeah.
and blessings to
Yes.
everybody out
That's
there. Till
perfect.
the
Bye,
next time.
everybody.
Like and subscribe for additional crypto intuitive readings, global predictions, and intuitive development education. If you would like a private reading with Kimmie or Lorina, please find our individual websites listed below. Please remember this information is for entertainment purposes only and should never be considered as professional financial advice.